Good Sunday morning to you. Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights Consulting. This weather video, driven by 802cars.com, represents 802 Toyota, Twin City Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. A couple quick things to look at here. We have mainly a frontal boundary that's going to be dropping through. This is going to be taking place basically late today and tonight. It'll drop through, and it's this colder air mass that's up here in Canada that's going to set the stage. Note that there's not a lot of cloud cover, a little bit of low clouds. But for the most part, we're talking cold temperatures dividing very warm temperatures across a good portion of the United States. This can be best illustrated here, looking at the current temperatures across the region and the state of Vermont. And looking at, if I can move this time, yeah, we go. So you can see that up in Canada here, this colder air mass is very cold. We're talking below zero temperatures in a good section of the northern areas as you get into Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, parts of Ontario, even cold across northern Quebec. This is going to be heading southbound and setting the stage for this incoming storm system that's going to evolve and develop and to produce what looks to be some heavy snow across the northern and western areas, a little bit more of a mix, and eventually changing to snow the rest of the state of Vermont. All this taking place kind of starting out with sort of spurts and sputters, it looks like, during the afternoon hours on Monday, and that'll continue into the main event really for Monday night into Tuesday, and it looks like at the same time, ahead of that, we're going to see this cold front drop in and also give us a little bit of sort of wet snow, rain shower activity tonight. Nothing major tonight, though. Looking at the European model, and you can see the storm system that's located up to the north of Vermont, and 1,004 hectopascal low pressure system that's going to swing a weak cold front into the region. It's this colder air mass that does set the stage. And you can see a little bit of blue is basically light snow, and you can see a little bit of that then falls off. It looks like during the morning hours tomorrow, so a little bit of business during the overnight period. It could affect some local areas and travel, mostly across our higher elevations, however. So then this continues to begin to work in, it looks like, mostly during the afternoon. National Weather Service has a winter storm watch that goes into effect in the afternoon, lasts into Tuesday. And you can see the snow progresses and increases later in the afternoon. It gets a little bit more moderate down across the southern counties of Vermont. Looks like it's mainly rain, and the temperature profile is much colder to the north versus south. And this frontal boundary is the conduit for this. Then an area of low pressure develops, a little bit of warm air advection in parts of southern Vermont. It's going to enhance the snow just a little bit as it kind of slides on through. Southern Vermont looks like you're looking at rain with some mixed precipitation during the period during Monday night, and then an area of low pressure then tracks to our south. It continues to be a little bit problematic to our south, but it looks like it's relatively minor, mostly sleet, and then that sleet changes back to snow and affects all of the state. But the heaviest batch, really, if you look at northern and western areas such as the Champlain Valley, you can see that you're getting some pretty good hours here accrued with some snow falling, and then eventually everything swings on through, begins to tail off and scatter out as a little bit of flurry activity during Tuesday night, and then back into looks like Wednesday morning. Okay, this is zooming in on Vermont. This is snow only, accrued snowfall, and you can see valid basically for the later part of the evening as we get into tonight. You can see a little sketchy areas of snow showers and flurries will add up. Most of this is going to be under an inch, and then our main event happening during the afternoon tomorrow. This is valid about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The main surge works in between that time, so really it's more of a late day kind of scenario. And this is valid at about 7 o'clock in the evening. This would be snow accrued through 10 o'clock in the evening. Again, we're talking Monday evening. And you add that, this is 1 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. This would be 4 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. And you can see the heavier snow is really unloading across parts of the northern Adirondacks, St. Lawrence River Valley, the northwest corner of the state. This is valid 7 o'clock on Tuesday morning. There's going to be a lot of snow issues, and of course travel is going to be a nightmare, especially with the wetter snow down here. But this is a good old-fashioned snowfall here, and it's really cranking up according to the European model. Not sure I buy the total amounts here, but this is total snowfall. The snow depths will be reduced considerably from what you're seeing there. But you can see 13.3 inches, 15 inches at Burlington, and so forth. That's the amount of snow falling by 1 o'clock on Tuesday, and then just to carry that through into 7 o'clock in the evening on Tuesday. the storm is pretty much done at this point, and you're looking at these total amounts here. 17.4 inches at Franklin County State Airport up around Highgate, 16.4 and so forth. Not to say that this is exactly what's going to happen, but it does indicate some pretty heavier snows in the northern and western areas. And then, of course, that shades of gray and to relatively very little across the southeastern part of the state. Temperature plays a huge role. Speaking of which, let's take a look at freezing rain. So the freezing rain portion of the storm, this is valid at 7 o'clock on Monday evening. So by 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the evening on Monday night. Finally Tuesday midnight. And then Tuesday at 1 o'clock in the morning. 2 in the morning, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and so forth. So a little streak of what will be a travel issue. Now this is in hundredths of an inch, so we're talking 1/10 of an inch at Montpelier, 800ths of course, and so forth. So this does not look like it's going to be a big deal in terms of freezing rain, but we're going to have kind of a mix, probably some sleet mixed in. It's going to be a messy, mixy kind of storm, unfortunately. That's the way it's shaping up as we go into Tuesday, tailing off as pristine snow on the backside of the system as we go into Tuesday morning. That's the latest details on this up-and-coming storm system, a very complex one. Roger Hill at Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.